Have you ever looked at your adult children and wondered, what happened? They used to hang on to your every word, come to you for advice, and light up when you entered the room. But now? They brush off your stories, dodge your calls, and sometimes speak to you with a tone that makes your heart sink. You're not imagining things. You've sacrificed, supported, and shown up for them every step of the way, and yet, the respect you deserve seems to have faded. It's a painful truth many parents face, but here's the good news, it's not the end of your story. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 powerful, proven strategies to help you reclaim your self-respect, restore mutual understanding, and reconnect with your adult children in a way that's healthy and fulfilling for both sides. You'll hear real-life stories, eye-opening insights, and step-by-step mindset shifts that can help you rebuild not just respect, but love, admiration, and joy in your relationship. So if you've ever felt like an afterthought in your own family, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to change that, without guilt, conflict, or begging for their attention. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Your children have grown up, but sometimes, our role as parents doesn't evolve with them. In the early years, you were the hero, the protector, the one who made everything right. But as they grew older and more independent, something shifted. They began to see themselves as equals, or sometimes, even as the ones in control. It's not that they don't love you. But when parents continue to treat adult children like teenagers, offering advice without being asked or solving problems they never mentioned, it can feel controlling instead of caring. Modern society also plays a role. We live in an era where individualism is prized. Self-care, boundaries, and personal space are constantly emphasized, sometimes at the cost of family connection. And unfortunately, older parents often get pushed to the side in that cultural shift. So what do you do when the dynamics change and you start feeling invisible in your own family? You adapt, but not by shrinking yourself. You evolve by stepping into your power in a new way. Part 1. Understanding the shift. Let's begin with the big question that's probably been haunting you. Why do grown children change? When your children were younger, they depended on you for everything, from food to shelter, from comfort to wisdom. You were their safe place, their protector, their hero. But as they grow into adults, they start to build their own identities, ones that don't always include you in the way you're used to. What you might be experiencing isn't always rejection, it's a shift in psychological roles. In their minds, they are now the decision makers. They pay their own bills, raise their own kids, and navigate their own careers. That autonomy often leads them to see your guidance as interference, even if it's coming from a place of deep love. This is the psychological transition that many parents struggle with. Your child no longer needs parenting, but they still need a parent. The difference is subtle but profound. A parent in this phase becomes a mentor, a wise guide, a calm presence, not someone who dictates, corrects, or overextends. And then, there's modern culture, and it's done us no favors. In today's world, respect is often associated with youth, productivity, and digital savviness. Older generations, especially those who aren't active on social media or don't stay relevant in pop culture, are often viewed as outdated or out of touch. This unfortunate cultural bias can bleed into the family dynamic. Adult children, consciously or not, may adopt the idea that once someone is older, their role is to quietly support from the sidelines. Combine that with the speed of modern life, juggling jobs, kids, relationships, and mental health, and suddenly, you as a parent become less of a priority. Not because they don't care, but because they are overwhelmed, distracted, and often unaware of the emotional distance that's formed. But here's what's important to remember. This shift is not your fault. It's not a punishment. It's not a sign that you've failed as a parent. It's simply a new season of life, and like any season, it comes with its own challenges and opportunities. Once you understand the forces at play, both internal and cultural, you gain the clarity you need to respond with strength instead of sadness. You stop reacting with hurt, and start acting with purpose. And that's exactly what we'll explore in the next section. The common mistakes loving parents make that unknowingly damage their relationship with their adult children, and how you can begin turning things around with a few intentional shifts. Part 2. Common mistakes parents make. Now that we've explored why the shift happens, it's time to take a brave look inward. because sometimes, without realizing it, the things we do out of love can actually push our adult children further away. 1. Overgiving and people-pleasing. Let's start with something many parents are guilty of: overgiving. Whether it's money, time, favors, or emotional support, many parents fall into the trap of doing too much for their adult children. It's often done with the best intentions: to help, to stay involved, to stay needed. But here's the harsh truth: constant giving can breed entitlement, not appreciation. When children get used to always receiving without effort, they start expecting it. And when that giving continues without boundaries, it can lead to a serious imbalance in the relationship, where the parent gives and gives, but feels invisible or unappreciated. This also ties directly to people-pleasing. You say yes to every request, suppress your own needs, and smile through dismissive behavior just to keep the peace. But in doing so, you unintentionally teach your children that your time, energy, and respect are negotiable. Respect is not earned by being endlessly agreeable, it's earned by having self-respect. 2. Speaking from authority instead of connection. Another common mistake is communicating from a place of authority rather than connection. When your child was small, your role was to instruct, correct, and lead. But adult children resist that dynamic. If you offer advice with the same parental tone as when they were 10, they'll often tune you out, or worse, push back. Adult children want to feel seen as equals. They don't want to be parented in the traditional sense anymore. So when you speak to them, consider your tone and intention. Are you trying to connect? Or are you trying to control? Are you offering wisdom? Or delivering judgment? The shift must be intentional. Think, how can I share this in a way that invites conversation, not correction? 3. Becoming too emotionally dependent on your children. And this might be the hardest one to face: becoming too emotionally dependent. Many parents, especially after retirement or empty nesting, unconsciously shift their emotional focus entirely onto their children. They wait for their calls. They hinge their happiness on being included. They read into every text or silence. But this kind of dependence creates pressure, not closeness. Your children begin to feel like they are responsible for your emotional state, which makes them pull away rather than lean in. Nobody wants to feel like they are constantly disappointing someone just by living their life. That's why reclaiming your own emotional independence is key. Find joy that isn't tied to their approval. Build a life that isn't centered entirely around them. Not only will you feel more fulfilled, but your children will begin to engage with you out of genuine love, not guilt or obligation. When you recognize and correct these patterns, overgiving, authoritative communication, and emotional overdependence, you begin to rebuild your role not as a burden, but as a blessing in your children's lives. And next, we're going to explore the practical strategies that can help you reset the balance and earn back the respect you truly deserve. Part 3: 6 Powerful Strategies to Regain Respect. You've made sacrifices. You've been there every step of the way. But now, the respect you once had seems distant. The good news? You can rebuild it. And not through confrontation, guilt trips, or emotional outbursts, but through strength, clarity, and confidence. Let's walk through 6 powerful strategies that can change the way your children see and treat you. Strategy 1: Stop seeking approval. This is where everything starts. When you constantly seek validation from your grown children, through praise, attention, or approval, you hand over your power. They begin to see you not as a steady force, but as someone emotionally dependent on their reaction. Respect begins to fade. Instead, practice self-approval. Make decisions based on what aligns with your values, not what might win their approval. Speak your truth even if it's not well received. The irony? The less you need their validation, the more likely they are to offer it freely. Strategy 2: Set clear boundaries. Respect is built on boundaries. Without them, relationships become lopsided. If your adult children speak to you with sarcasm, ignore your time, or cross personal lines, you must calmly and clearly let them know what's acceptable and what isn't. You don't need to shout. You don't need to defend. You simply need to be consistent and firm. Example: if your child only calls when they need something, you can say, "I'd love to be there for you, but I also value conversations that aren't just about errands." Let's talk when we both have time to connect. Setting boundaries isn't about punishment, it's about preserving your dignity. Strategy 3. Rebuild your emotional independence. Don't let your happiness depend on how often your children call or what they say. Instead, fill your life with purpose. Pursue hobbies. Join community groups. Travel. Learn something new. The more fulfilled you are outside of your children, the more magnetic your presence becomes. When your children see that you have a rich, interesting life, they'll feel drawn in, not pushed away. And that shift can do wonders for how they interact with you. Strategy 4. Communicate with calm authority. Think of the people you respect most. They're usually calm, grounded, and intentional, not loud or reactive. When you speak to your children, especially during disagreements, use calm authority. That means listening without interrupting, responding instead of reacting, and choosing your words with care. Don't try to win arguments. Aim to share insight. Don't raise your voice, raise the level of the conversation. Over time, this earns deep respect. Your children will start to listen, not because they are afraid of conflict, but because they trust your wisdom. Strategy 5. Focus on self-worth and personal growth. Make a commitment right now to invest in yourself. Whether it's your health, your mindset, your spirituality, or your creativity, make personal growth a priority again. When you stop seeing yourself as just a parent and start honoring the whole person you are, your children will follow suit. Growth at any age is a powerful statement. It says, I still matter. I'm still evolving. I'm not finished yet. And people, including your children, are naturally drawn to individuals who are growing, not just surviving. Strategy 6. Be the parent who inspires, not demands. Finally, stop demanding respect and start inspiring it. Your children are watching how you handle aging, challenges, and even disappointment. Show them resilience. Show them grace. Be the kind of person they aspire to emulate. Share your stories without preaching. Offer help without strings. Show love without controlling. That's how you become someone whose presence commands respect, not by force, but by example. These 6 strategies aren't quick fixes, but they are deeply effective. They'll help you rebuild a dynamic of mutual respect and love, one rooted in strength, self-worth, and genuine connection. Part 4. Real-life stories of transformation. Let's bring these strategies to life with real stories from real people, parents just like you who once felt invisible, hurt, or unappreciated by their grown children, and found a way to turn things around. Margaret's story, rediscovering her voice. Margaret was the kind of mom who gave everything. She volunteered at her kids' schools, hosted every holiday dinner, and quietly adjusted her life around theirs, even into her 60s. But as her children grew older, they started calling the shots. They decided where she would meet them, how long she could visit, and even dismissed her input on big family matters. One day, Margaret realized she couldn't remember the last time she said no. That's when she began setting small but firm boundaries, choosing when to visit, voicing her opinions even when they were unpopular, and taking time to reconnect with her community. At first, her children were surprised. But over time, they began to notice the return of the strong, confident woman they'd always admired. And just like that, the tone of their conversations changed, from dismissive to respectful. Frank's story, trading arguments for authority. Frank, a retired schoolteacher, was used to being respected in the classroom. But at home? His adult kids rolled their eyes, ignored his advice, and rarely asked for his opinion. He tried to fight back with lectures, reminders of all he'd done for them, but the more he pushed, the more distant they became. Then one day, Frank changed course. He stopped trying to win and started listening. He spoke less, but when he did, his words carried calm strength. His kids noticed the shift. He wasn't seeking validation anymore. He was simply being who he was, wise, grounded, and present. Over the next few months, they began calling more often, asking for advice, and treating him with the kind of respect he had once given up on receiving. Helen's story, independence reignites connection. Helen spent years making herself endlessly available. Babysitting on short notice, paying for her kids' vacations, canceling plans to help with errands. When they stopped calling as often, she started calling them, sometimes multiple times a day, dropping hints about how lonely she felt. Her children loved her, but they started to pull away, not out of malice, but from the pressure of feeling responsible for her happiness. Then Helen made a bold choice. She joined an art class, started volunteering, and even made a few new friends. She stopped calling every day. She focused on her own joy. The result? Her children began calling her. They were curious about her life again. Her independence became her magnet. And for the first time in years, their conversations felt warm, equal, and full of mutual respect. These stories aren't rare. They are reminders that transformation is possible, no matter your age, your past, or your current situation. What all three parents have in common is this: they stopped chasing respect and started embodying it. And that made all the difference. If you've made it this far, then you already know something important. The loss of respect from your grown children is not the end of the story, it's the beginning of a powerful transformation. We've explored why this shift happens, the mistakes we sometimes make without realizing it, and most importantly, the strategies that can bring back the mutual respect and connection you deserve. Here's the truth: respect isn't demanded. It's inspired. When you reclaim your self-worth, set healthy boundaries, and find fulfillment outside your children's approval, you don't push them away, you draw them in. Whether you're a Margaret, a Frank, or a Helen, your journey is valid, and your voice still matters. So I encourage you today, take one small action. Maybe it's signing up for a class you've been curious about. Maybe it's calmly voicing your opinion without apology. Whatever it is, start now. Respect begins with how you treat yourself. If this video spoke to you, please leave a comment below, share your experience, your thoughts, or even just say hello. Your story might help someone else. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss powerful conversations like this one. And with that said, thank you for watching, and until next time.